Let's be real. That feeling of being financially stuck,
Oh, I've been there.
right?
Oh, absolutely.
Working incredibly hard, putting in the hours, but just, well, never quite getting ahead.
Yeah, it can feel like a relentless cycle.
You try to make smart decisions, you really do, but that breakthrough, it just feels out of reach.
Hmm. Like there's some secret code you haven't cracked.
Exactly. And if that sounds familiar to you listening, you are definitely not alone.
Mm,
So this deep dive, we want it to be a shortcut, really.
okay.
A way to understand why we get stuck like that, and more importantly, what shifts are needed to move towards something more secure.
Precisely. And our sources today, they really challenge that surface level advice you often hear.
Right. It's not just save more money.
Not at all. They argue breaking free isn't just about tweaking a budget or chasing the latest investment fad. It's much deeper.
An internal transformation.
Yes, fundamentally how you think about money. Also, the systems you build around it, and critically, the value you create.
Value.
Yeah, whether that's a skill you offer, solving a problem for customers, or just being more efficient for your employer. We're going beyond just the numbers here.
Looking at the mindset, the framework.
Exactly. A holistic framework for wealth that actually lasts.
That's why this is so vital, I think. We've looked at insights that don't just tell you what to do. They challenge some, deeply ingrained assumptions.
And offer actual strategy.
Really actionable strategies, yeah. So our mission today, uncover those key shifts, mindset, language, structure that can genuinely change your financial path. Moving from feeling trapped to, well, actively building that future you want.
Okay, let's dive in.
Let's unpack this. Where do we start? Mindset.
Always mindset. It's the foundation.
So let's start there maybe with the uncomfortable bit. One source just hits us immediately. Staying broke often results from repeating the same habits that keep most people stuck.
Oof. That's direct.
It is. It points out how common it is to say, complain about money, but then spend without a real plan.
The classic disconnect.
Yeah, and the author is honest about it, admits they were caught in that trap themselves until, well, a few key internal shifts happened.
And that's what's fascinating, isn't it? How the source immediately goes internal before talking about external actions.
Right, before the how-to.
It's like it's saying, hold on, before you touch your bank account, adjust your thinking. It links directly to that idea. Money doesn't change until you do.
So powerful.
And our sources really dig into the biases, the mental blocks that keep our financial habits stuck. You almost can't see new options until those core beliefs shift.
Okay, so what are the first shifts?
Two crucial ones stand out initially. First, releasing shame.
Shame about being broke.
Exactly. The source says explicitly, stopping feeling ashamed about being broke. It's fundamental because shame, well, it paralyzes you.
Keeps you hiding from the reality.
Precisely. You can't make progress if you can't even look honestly at where you are now. As the source says, everyone starts somewhere.
Yeah, and there's no growth without being honest. Makes sense.
Shame just keeps you stuck in that loop of avoidance.
Okay, so release the shame. What's the second shift?
It's overcoming any negativity you might have towards wealth itself.
Negativity towards wealth, like resenting rich people.
Yeah, or just holding negative beliefs about money in general. The source puts it bluntly. If you want to build something, you can't hate what you're trying to create.
Wow. Think about that.
Right. If you secretly resent wealth or think money is inherently bad, you're basically fighting yourself. You're sabotaging your own efforts.
So it's not just about understanding money.
No, it's about studying it, learning how it works, seeing it as a tool, maybe even a tool for good, instead of letting resentment block you.
I hadn't quite framed it that way, that the internal shift has to come first. It really is like financial therapy before financial planning.
It kind of is, yeah.
But for listeners feeling that shame or struggling with those negative beliefs, how do they practically start? Beyond just saying, okay, I acknowledge it.
That's a great question. Acknowledgement is just step one. The source implies it's about active observation, like noticing those thoughts without judgment.
So when you catch yourself thinking, I can't afford that.
Right, or feeling that resentment towards someone successful, just pause. Instead of buying into it, maybe reframe it as a question like, I wonder how they achieved that.
Replacing the negative loop.
Exactly. It's conscious reframing consistently, building a new mental pathway, almost like, building a muscle. Takes practice.
That feels really powerful, like a daily practice. Okay, so once that internal landscape starts shifting, the source then talks about our outward stuff, language, systems.
Yeah, how those become the next levers for change, turning principles into action.
Right. So moving from those internal shifts The source then gets specific about language and structure, things that can have an immediate impact.
Exactly. And the first practical step, it flows right from that mindset shift. It's a simple but really powerful change in language.
Okay.
The source highlights switching from saying, I can't afford it, to asking, how can I afford it?
The classic reframe.
But it's more than just semantics. The source says this small shift opened up solutions instead of shutting down possibilities.
So instead of a dead end, it's a challenge.
Precisely. It forces your brain to get creative, to problem solve. How could I afford it? Earn more. Learn a skill. Find a different way. It turns limits into opportunities.
I like that. Okay, what else?
Building on that, the source stresses building a money system, and not just a basic budget.
Something more robust.
Yeah, the approach is clear and maybe counterintuitive for some. Invest first, save second, and spend last.
Invest first, before saving, before spending.
That's the discipline. It advocates for automating contributions maybe to index funds, retirement accounts, before that money even lands in your main account.
So you build a kind of financial muscle memory.
Exactly. It bypasses those spending temptations. The logic is compelling. It's not always easy, but it creates structure, and structure creates freedom.
It flips the usual model upside down, prioritizing the future first.
Making your financial growth automatic, non-negotiable.
Okay, makes sense. Invest first, save second, spend last.
And then, with that system humming along, you can strategically focus on earning more.
So the system enables the focus on earning.
Yes, the source is clear. You can't really focus effectively on increasing income unless you have a system in place and you know where your money is going.
That raises a key question for you, the listener, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Huh.
If you don't truly know where your money is going now, every dollar, how can you strategize to increase it effectively?
You'd just be guessing.
Wow.
Building on shaky ground.
Totally.
That's a fantastic point, and one I think gets overlooked. We jump to, how can I make more, without asking, where is it going right now?
Simple, but not easy.
Right. What are the hurdles people face implementing that invest first system? Fear of not having enough now.
That's often it, yeah. That feeling of deprivation or fear. The source suggests that really understanding the why, the long-term freedom and security it brings is key.
Shifting from scarcity to abundance thinking?
Kind of. Trusting the system. And practically. Start small. Celebrate the wins. Automate everything you possibly can. Make the right choice, the easy choice.
Remove willpower from the equation as much as possible.
Exactly.
Okay, these aren't just small tips. They feel like fundamental shifts, needing real effort, rethinking how you interact with money.
They are.
So what's the takeaway for you listening? It's about taking active control, being proactive, not just reactive, setting yourself up for success.
Transforming that relationship with money from the inside out.
So while that mindset and those systems, they lay the groundwork, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our next source, from Minority Mindset, takes us a step further. It brings in these crucial qualitative elements, things needed to make sure wealth isn't just built, but actually lasts.
Yeah, the source talks about building truly significant wealth, like turning your yearly income into your monthly income kind of wealth.
Whoa, okay.
And it says that goes way beyond just making money.
Right, so what does it involve?
This source cuts right to what it calls the truth. You need to focus on 3 things, not just one, for sustainable, meaningful wealth.
3 pillars.
You could call them that. First, obviously, is making money. Financial viability. Can this actually generate profit consistently?
Makes sense. Pillar 1, profit.
Second, keeping it legal. Adhering to all laws, ethical boundaries, making sure it's all above board, built on solid ground.
Pillar 2, legality. Got it.
And the third, the one that's so often missed, doing something that feels right to you.
The personal alignment piece.
Exactly. The moral compass, personal values, long-term satisfaction. Without that, the source argues, even profitable stuff tends to fizzle out.
Interesting. And the source gives examples, right?
Yeah.
To show what happens when one pillar is missing.
Yeah, really vivid ones. The author talks about college days, throwing parties. Made a lot of money, apparently.
Okay, so pillar 1, money, was checked.
And it was legal, so pillar 2 checked. But they say, it just wasn't something I really felt I wanted to keep doing, so I shut it down.
Pillar 3, the feels right part was missing. Personal alignment wasn't there.
Exactly. Highlights how critical that is. Even if it's profitable and legal, if it drains you or conflicts with your values, it's probably not sustainable long term.
Right. The cost isn't just burnout. It's wasted time on something you won't stick with.
Okay, what was the other example?
Selling on Amazon.
Okay.
They said it was legal and felt okay, so pillars 2 and maybe 3 were sort of okay.
There's always a but.
But it wasn't something that I felt could grow the issue. Not owning the products made it too easy for others to take us down.
So pillar 1, the long-term financial viability, the control wasn't really solid.
Exactly. It might make some money short-term, but lacked resilience, scalability, not a real wealth-building engine.
Great examples. They really drive home the point.
Yeah, they lead straight to the source's conclusion. The truth is, you need all 3: money, legality, and morals.
All 3 legs of the stool, pretty much. Short-term gains or ventures missing even one. Unlikely to build lasting wealth or, frankly, provide real satisfaction.
Think about it, a profitable legal job that you absolutely hate.
Right. The source implies it's not just about burnout, it's a fundamental misalignment that actually hinders wealth creation in the long run. You might make a quick buck.
But you won't build a future on it
Yeah.
or enjoy it.
Exactly. It's fascinating how they frame these, not just as ethical points, but as intensely practical ones for long-term success and well-being.
That's a really powerful way to look at it. Not just ethics, but pragmatism. Okay, so we've got mindset shifts, changing language, building systems, and now these 3 essential pillars.
Right.
If we tie all these threads together, the internal work, the external framework, what's the ultimate action, the universal key?
The key that unlocks making serious money sustainably.
Yeah.
It comes down to one overarching principle, laid out beautifully in the second source. The key to making money, and a lot of it, is providing value.
Providing value. Sounds simple, but...
Well, it applies universally. The source says, regardless if you run your own business or are an employee, doesn't matter your role.
So if you want to build wealth...
You need to figure out how to create more value in whatever it is you do. And crucially, that value needs to check all 3 boxes we outlined, makes money, is legal, feels right to you.
That's where the rubber meets the road, isn't it?
Absolutely. How do you identify where to add more value? It's about solving problems, increasing efficiency, innovating, offering a unique skill.
So for an employee, maybe streamlining a process.
Or taking initiative on a tough project, developing a new skill that makes you indispensable.
And for a business owner.
Solving a market problem better than anyone else, providing a superior product or service, creating an amazing customer experience, understanding what people genuinely need or want.
And delivering it in a way that aligns with those 3 pillars.
You got it.
That's incredibly actionable. It takes all these more abstract ideas, mindset, systems, pillars, and boils them down to something you can literally start doing today.
Yeah.
And the source gives you that direct takeaway. This week, try your best to add as much value as you can to your employer or customers.
And you'll change your financial future.
It makes wealth building feel tangible, applicable, not just some far-off dream, but a result of concrete daily action.
Exactly.
Wow, what a journey we've taken in this deep dive. Seriously.
It covers a lot of ground.
From those foundational mindset shifts, breaking free from feeling stuck, to changing our language, building those robust systems for freedom, then broadening out to the 3 pillars, money, legality, and feeling right about it.
Crucial pillars.
And it all seems to converge on this powerful truth. There's a direct link between your internal change and your external financial reality.
And that delivering exceptional value is the engine.
The ultimate accelerant.
Yeah.
And that leads us to a really interesting question for you to think about as you process all this.
Okay. Considering that emphasis on doing something that feels right to you and the principle of providing value, how might really looking at your current work or your business through all 3 lenses, legality, profitability, and personal values, reveal new ways to create exceptional value?
Like finding the intersection.
Exactly. What stands out to you right now? Which of those 3 pillars might be the weakest link in your own approach?
That's a deep question.
And how could strengthening that specific pillar unlock your biggest opportunity for growth, for truly shifting your financial future?
That's a perfect challenge to leave everyone with. Food for thought.
Definitely.
Take these insights, really reflect on them, and start applying them intentionally. Your financial future, it really is within your control.
It starts with these shifts.
It truly does.
Yeah.
Thanks for unpacking all that with us. We'll catch you next time for another deep dive.